Good morning, everyone. It's Saturday, and again it's 11 o'clock, and we are back with our Dekho Apna Desh Season 2, Chapter 16. So, we are on our 16th episode today. तो सुबह की चाय के साथ let's go to the land of tea, Assam, or we are trying to touch some offbeat destinations which are lesser known. एंड वी ऑल्सो होप दैट कि जब आपको इसकी जानकारी मिलती है तो इसे आप रिस्पॉन्सिबली ट्रैवल करें और to give us the introduction and the details about these destinations today we have Mr. Arijit Purkayastha, and he is the owner of travel agency, and he is also the member of uh, ATOAI in Northeast, in senior member actually. And today I think he is going to have the third session. Already he has completed two sessions with us promoting Northeast, especially Assam. And today again we are going with him on some leisure known destinations in Assam. So Arjit sir, welcome you to our Dekho Apna Desh webinar season 2, and we would like to. And before that, I'd like to ask Ajay sir, who was
Uh,
with us throughout.
Thank
Sir,
you, Matosi. Thank you, Matosi ji. Thank you, viewers. You always support us, and we come every Sunday with this beautiful webinar. And this time, Arjit Serji with us, and he is an expert in Northeast region. But especially today, he is going to focus on the lesser known destination of the Assam. Of course, we all know the Kaziranga and the other places, but the lesser known destination is always isolated. But the many times they are more important than the known destinations.
exactly,
So
sir. Because when we get to know about Assam, I mean, when we hear the word Assam, we think about tea, we think about Kamakya Temple, we think about Kaziranga. So, rhino, their Shaktipeeth and tea. This three part, apart from the culture, Bihud and other things, but Mekhla. But now let's see what else today in the box.
yes, of course, we are going to invite Arjit sir. But do you know the this platform is always the prestigious platform. It was started by Ministry of Tourism under guidance of Rupinder Brar ma'am, and now the R.K. Suman sir is leading us, our team. Motosi ji working hard, but do you know that this is very much influenced? The tourist to the destination. Now, these things, this webinar is watched by many of the tourist group, travel agents, and the travelers. So this is always the prestigious platform. And today, our best speaker for that destination is Arijit sir, who is chapter chairman of ADTOI in Northeast as well. So now the platform is your Arijit sir.
Thank you. Good morning to everyone. A warm welcome on this webinar on lesser known destinations of Assam. I am Orijit Purkayastha, as introduced. I am the director of Koeli Tours and Travels Private Limited based in Guwahati, Assam. Let me start this webinar with the lyrics of the song of Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhupen Hazarika. অসম আমাৰ ৰূপহী গুণৰো নাই শেষ ভাৰতৰে পূৰ্ব দিশৰ সূৰ্য উঠা দেশ গোটেই জীৱন বিচাৰিলেও অলেখ দিৱস ৰাতি অসম দেশৰ দৰে নেপাওঁ ইমান ৰসাল মাটি In the words of Bharat Ratna Dr. Bhupen Hazarika, the beauty that is Assam enumerates infinite stature. Lying to the northeast of India, it surmounts with the rising sun. Even a search of lifetime traversing through the day and night will never unearth a fascinating land as mighty as Assam. Thank you, Shreya, for translating this beautiful song. Lesser known destinations in Assam. Let me just take you a couple of your minutes behind the idea of lesser known destinations of Assam. During COVID, when everything was numb and we were discussing on Facebook and other areas, I thought it was moral responsibility if we could come up new destinations so that tourists spends longer time in Assam, but was not unveiled before COVID. I often discuss with my office colleague Hiranko Pathak, who is from Satyabari, about bell metal, about turtle ponds close to Guwahati, about archaeology in North Guwahati, about Dodora. Fortunately, at that time, in March 2020, I was offered by Assam Tribune, a leading newspaper, to write a monthly column on lesser known facts for tourists in 300 words, of course, and the concept was emerged. It was very encouragement move by the tourism department, government of Assam, that they came out with two beautiful books about lesser known destinations of Assam. Madam Madhumita Bhagavati, during her tenure as a director of tourism, took a brilliant initiative and brought it out in the forefront through two volumes of Opurup Ahom on lesser known destinations in Assam, and I think more is in the pipeline. Assam, the gateway to Northeast, is more than what meets the eye. All destinations that makes the name of Assam are visual with many more such gems that have remained undiscovered. And with these gems are associated stories that remain untold. Assam, we have 35 districts and we have so 35 deputy commissioners. The deputy commissioners are an administrative subunit of a state. Out of 35 district commissioners, there are 7 women deputy commissioners in different districts, an example of women empowerment in the present time. In fact, our earlier director, Madhumita Bhagwati, is one of the deputy commissioner of Karbi Anglong. Our first destination is Guwahati. When you're in Guwahati, you cannot miss the Garbhanga Reserve Forest, hilly with forested borders, gurgling streams, and countless birdsong. Home to exotic avifauna like the blue-necked pita, oriental dwarf kingfisher, huluk gibbon, yes, huluk gibbon also in Guwahati, elephant, etc. An amazing butterfly diversity. The reserve forest is magical, but please visit under the guidance of naturalist or birding guide. What you just heard is that who calls for of gibbon for different contexts they call it for probably predator detections, encountering neighbors, or as a part of duet songs by female males. Now, Garbhanga Reserve Forest, they do have gibbons, but we have a famous gibbon wildlife sanctuary near Jorhat, only sanctuary in India for having named after a primate, which has the highest density in the world, with 26 families consisting about 106 gibbons. We'll probably discuss in our next webinar about gibbon wildlife sanctuary. Now, moving to our next destination is Dodora. It is under the district Kamrup Rural. It's about 35 kilometers from Guwahati. It's a delightful destination. Not only are these villages home to the two-thirds of the world population of the greater adjutant stock, in Assamese we call it Hargila. They also boast of the acclaimed Hargila army, a troop of 300 more women conservationists raised by Srimati Purnima Devi Burman, popularly known as Hargila Baido or Stock Sister. Purnima Devi Burman, she is the winner of the Green Oscar, and in November this year, 2022, she is among the honorees of the Champions of the Earth Award, the United Nations highest environmental honor. At Dodora, she has inspired what is once in a lifetime for tourists. You see this, there's a greater adjutant stock, and you see the nest of the greater adjutant stock on your right, and below are the nets. What Purnima Devi Burman she did along with her uh, with her Hargila army, they have placed this net so that in the babies, if they fall, they don't die, and they can be taken to the handed over to the forest department. And at the same time, Purnima Devi Burman, just to encourage the people of around Dadora, she started with the Hargila army of looms weaving with Hargila motifs, a spirited effort to preserve an avian species on the verge of endangerment. Visiting Dadora can stay in the memory for a long, long time. Make sure when you're in Guwahati, you visit Darbhanga, you visit Dadora. Moving to Swalkuchi, also in Kamrup rural, is famous for the Muga Mekhala Sadar. We all know about it, but still it's a natural golden color which increases with each wash, making it the strongest of all silks. Now you see this silkworms on the trees. They and then they turn into muga cocoons and then to muga silk hang. A special variety of muga silks known as mejankari is reared on a chapa tree indigenous to Assam. So many people are involved. This is, you see, the protector of Muga silkworms with slings protecting from birds and monkeys. And then you see the Muga silkworms kept for laying eggs. So the process is there before you move to the final of Mikala Sadar. It's one of the beautiful Mikala Sadar which available only in Assam. And also, we are doing considerable research to ensure that places like Swalkuchi, Hajo, and other places are accessible for persons with disabilities and elderly tourists. This is we have been doing for the before the COVID, and we will again start doing it for the accessible tourism. Assam is the meeting ground of the diverse cultures. The people of the enchanting state of Assam are an intermixture of various racial stocks such as Mongoloid, Indo-Burmese, Aryan. The Assamese culture is a rich and exotic tapestry of all these races evolved through a long assimilative process. Diverse tribes like Boro, Kachari, Karbi, Mising, Mishmi, Rabha, and so many of them coexist in Assam. Most tribes have their own language, though Assamese is the principal language of the state. I'll just move away from Swalkuchi and I'll come back again. But before that, I would like to talk about the tribes. Every tribe has its own design language, with each textile and motif having a specific significance and purpose. Earlier, there was no Aadhaar card, no PAN card. It is said that the textile of tribe were like their identity cards. So next time in Assam, try to visit these places. Coming back to Swalkuchi, which is not only of Nekala Sadar, we have historic slice here, Siddheshwar Devalaya, dating back to 10th to 11th century. You know, it's a bridge between ancient and medieval age. It's where the iconography has several Buddhist elements, much like Hajos, you'll see in the next slide, which is 20 kilometers away from Swalkuchi, has marks of Buddhism. Siddheswar is said to be the place where Subhada, a disciple of Buddha, attained Mahaparinirvana. Isn't that interesting? Moving to 20 kilometers away is the Hajo temple. It is not only the Hajos for the Hindus, it is for the Buddhists and for the Muslims. Hajo is home to ancient and medieval temples and mosques. Some scholars attribute a Buddhist origin to the temple based on the row of elephant sculptures and along the plate. There's a pond near the temple of, and Hindu believes to be incarnation of Lord Vishnu, which has been providing a safe haven of turtles by nature-loving caretaker who are protecting and helping turtles. India hosts 29 species of turtles, of which 20 are found in Assam. About 13 species of turtles are reported from this Hajar pond. The black subshell figures in the IUCN red list as extinct in the world. Source, help out. In Hajo, there is a Poa Makkah. Literally, one fourth of Mecca is the most important Muslim pilgrimage in Assam. A visit to which is believed to confer one fourth of the merits obtained from pilgrimage to Mecca itself. There's a harmony rally at Hajo in the first day of Magh in Assamese calendar, which is in mid-January. A cultural procession from the Poa Makkah Dargah to the Hayagrava Madhav temple It's been launched by the All Assam Students Union since 1993 in order to promote inter-religious harmony and integration in Assam. We move on to North Guwahati is another district where Guwahati is metro and we are moving to the Kamrup rural. In North Guwahati, one finds history at every turn. It's just about 25 kilometers from Guwahati, with river Brahmaputra skirting along the east. It is also known as Raja Duar or King's Gate. Besides several architectural vestiges, including inscriptions, each a masterpiece of our ancient heritage and civilization. North Guwahati is home to famous temples, sites such as Dirgeshwari, Dol Govinda, Ashtaklantra, Rudreshwara, and Manikeshwar. And also we have archaeologists in other archaeologists in Guwahati, but unfortunately you see this rock cut sculpture which is 9th to 11th century. This is an inverted position, probably due to earthquake, but they remain underwater during monsoon. We do have Madan Kamda, we have other glacier archaeological sites in Assam. Moving to another place called Choigao, which is about 55 kilometers from Guwahati, is where you can witness and experience a fascinating culture. Here, Eri forms a small scale cottage industry where you witness the A to Z of Eri silk weaving. You see how, how after 30 to 30 days the silkworm leaves to spin its cocoon, how moths leave the cocoon, how the yarn are dyed with tea leaves, onion, and then tea leaves, onion peel, lag, Assam indigo. You then understand why Eri is called the fabric of peace and why it is loved by Buddhists and vegans. Earlier, Muga silk was reserved for the elites, while Eri clothed the common man. Today, as designers are appreciating the lightness of Eri silk, how it keeps the body cool during summer and warm in winter, one realizes why Eri is fast becoming a fabric of haute couture. In Chaigaon itself, after visiting the textiles, on the afternoon you reach Parghat near Kupurmara. We have a naturalist where the river dolphins can be seen throughout the year in Tulsi River. Unlike in other rivers where they can be mainly spotted during monsoon, the Gangetic river dolphin, known locally as hihu, lives only in fresh water and they are essentially blind. And that is the reason we cannot train them like the oceanic dolphin, and they hunt by emitting ultrasonic sounds. But a delightful spectacle that stays with you for long, especially for the photographers, because it's a challenge to take photographs of river dolphin. On your way back, you will visit Dora Bill, one of the innumerable bills that make Assam's ecosystem so vibrant. A leisurely stroll here helps soaks in its rich biodiversity with its wetlands and grassland birds. In summer, you can see the pheasant-tailed jacana, while winter you will see Himalayan griffin, vulture, and many more. Moving to another district, Gwalpara, we'll move to Surya Pahar. But before we move to Surya Pahar, en route to Surya Pahar, you will pass what has been credited as the largest banana market in Asia. It seems to be like any ordinary bi-weekly market, with the only exceptions being that it sells an unimaginable amount of bananas at the crack of dawn on Mondays and Thursdays. Remember, Mondays and Thursdays are local economy hub. Darangiri is now a photographer's delight, but do remember, come on Mondays or on Thursdays. Few kilometers away and 140 kilometers west of Guwahati is a unique archaeological site on a hillock with Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain relics standing together. Yes, you heard it right. Hindu, Buddhist, and Jain relics. The site has hundreds of ancient engraved Shiva lingas of various sizes, a series of Buddhist stupas, and few sculptures associated with Jain religion from the early Christian era to around 12th century. According to legend, this hill is where Vyasa attempted to create the second Kasi. In his endeavor to do so, he filled the hill of Sri Surya with 99,999 Shiva lingas, many of which have been unearthed from here. Few kilometers away from Surya Pahar is a place called Dubapara. It's just 5 kilometers or 10 kilometers from Gwalpara, where Patikars craft sital pati. Pati means literally means school mats to sleep on during summer. You don't require AC on summer when you sleep on patis. Due to numerous water bodies in that area, the large growth of mutra cane, which is the source of fiber for mat making by cutting using sickles, kechi and dao. And they make baskets, they make runners, they make planters, etc. This is the place. Assam is full of things you have not heard about it. Now, quickly move to Satyabari as I discussed initially. It's a home for bell metal. Satyabari is home to the bell metal industry, the second largest handicraft of Assam after bamboo craft. Bamboo products are evidenced everywhere in Assam, but bell metal is an alloy of copper and tin for making bells. Uh, you know, with a higher tin content than in bronze, and utensils are made from it, and here are used for domestic and religious purposes. At Satyabari, 90 kilometers from Guwahati and well connected with roads, the craftsman still uses the age-old tools required for burning, shaping the metal and mold to the final polishing. The technology involved in making the objects is tradition. The handicraft cymbals made of bell metal from Satyabari is a musical instrument and mostly used in religious gathering, Nam in Assam or Nagranam or in during Bihu dance. The cymbals are a significant part of worship and are used in temples and in Buddhist monasteries that are played during the Bhutanese rituals known as Posang or Bhutia Tal. You see, all the monasteries, all the symbols you see, they come from Satyabari. And of course, healthy meals and regular use of bell metal on kasa, in Assamese we call ka, enhances our immunity system and prevents illness. Next time in Assam, do not forget to buy these bell metals for your healthy meals. Moving to Udalguri district, this is an interesting place. It's a man-made woodland near Bhoirabkunda in Boroland's Udalguri district. Lives one ostra, sawn into 50 lakh trees cover over 17 years, is variably the region's jewel in the crown. Today, all along the drive to get some money to Bhairabkunda, one marvels at the handiwork of the local community in transforming 750 hectares of barren land, yes, barren land, into a green cover and home for wild elephants, birds, and bounded by Bhutan, Arunachal, and of course Assam. Driving through small towns and villages, one could stop and enjoy breakfast overlooking tea gardens. Boroland, a land that is rich blend of color, tradition, music, dance, food cooked with various kinds of herbs. And if you are in Boroland on Tuesday, you can even witness the worshipping of the Shiju plant, the supreme god of the Boros. Remember on Tuesday. Coming back to near Guwahati is Mayong, which is 45 kilometers from Guwahati. While traveling between Guwahati, you need not travel from Guwahati to Kaziranga, need not travel the national highway. You take a parallel road and you visit the Mayong, which is just 40 kilometers from Guwahati. What is about Mayong? Mayong is flanked by hills and river Brahmaputra. Mayang was once known as the land of the Asuras and until recently the land of black magic. Today, it is an eclectic mix of ancient tradition, archaeology, birding, river dolphin, rhino sighting, and miles of beautiful green fields. And Mayang is where many would once earlier used to go to cure their diseases through herbal medicines and chanting of mantras by Bej and Ojas. But now, as confided by locals, the number of knowledgeable Bej Ojas have come down considerably, but you need not worry. There's a beautiful community museum there, Mayang Village Museum and Research Center at Mayang. Near Povitara is the repository of interesting finds by the villagers. You can see cannon stone balls, terracotta sculptures, manuscripts on Tantra Mantra, coins, and many more. And of course, stylistically, the image is Indian school of medieval art of Pala style in Mayang. You see the Uma Maheshwar, you see the Ganesh. These are scattered. But let me tell you about the Povitara wildlife, which is originally a grazing reserve. Was Rhinos were first sighted in 1987, and slowly, rhinos started concentrating in 16 square kilometer, and they are the highest concentrated density in a particular area. Tourists can enter the sanctuary on elephant back and in jeep from November to April. This year, 6th February, Aranya, in collaboration with Assam Forest Department, jointly conducted the third annual waterbird census 2022 and recorded 56 bird species comprising around 8,200 individual of both migratory and residential birds in and around Pobitara. So next time you don't get accommodation in Kaziranga, you did not worry, come to in Kaziranga, you come to Pobitara. Now, Pavitara and Mayam is filled with stories. You know, one such legend is that of his ritualistic king. It is said that centuries ago, the first king in 1529 settled near Mayam. Later, the 10th king shifted to the present village. The present king, Tarani Kanta Singha, is a retired school teacher who was chosen in 1995. Every year, in the later part, say in April 18, 1920, just after the Rangali Bihu, Mayang livens up with the 3 day festival, Gohai Ulwa Mela, held as per 350-year-old traditions under the guidance of ceremonial king. Best time to visit is on fourth day of Bohag. This year it was 18th April. The deities are ritualistically bathed and adorned with new clothes. Fifth day, the Kabis of the nearby of Buramayang reach around 10 a.m. and the colorful procession starts of the deities and 6 day day-long festivities. So if you are in Assam, be in Mayang. Moving slightly ahead, the Sonapur, which is 35 kilometers from Guwahati, is a popular food trail with recreational activities. We have a beautiful village called Dikchak. A quaint little curvy dominated hamlet is an ideal starting point for many unexplored trekking trails. Sonapur College, they've started these treks and they are mostly soft and some also conducive for families with children. These trails take one through orange gardens, waterfalls, streams, dense jungle, tea gardens, and tiny hamlets. And the Amchang Wildlife Sanctuary is there, so sighting of residential birds are there. Interestingly, the community fixes a day in a week to clean the village. Mouth-watering traditional cuisine prepared mostly in bamboo by the villagers in bamboo cylinders, served with genuine hospitality, add to the charm of a day spent among nature in Dikchak village. Moving 5 kilometers away is the farm for the soul. Across the world, farm staycation where one can experience a simple way of life, connect with the land in which food is grown, unplug in the lap of nature, on the rise. And here in Assam, blessed generously with nature's bounty, a staycation of this kind can be simply divine. Spread any in Sonapur, about 30 kilometers from Guwahati, a farm learning center that supports small and marginal tribal farmers of the region. It beckons youth and tourists to its farm for soul, camping and night forest birds. Spread Annie's forest birds, which entail working with trained forest therapists, can be a definite stress buster. Absorbing the sound and sights of the forest, food forest filled with native food crops can be unforgettable experience amidst nature. Here, you observe and understand how humans and animals can coexist seamlessly, how bees and earthworms, plants that attract elephants, boars, birds can be a compassionate farming. While traveling between Guwahati and Upper Assam, we have this National Highway 37. People many times ask, यार काजीरंगा तो जा रहे हैं रास्ते में क्या है देखने में और क्या है? Well, boss, if you have time, we have to show you so many stops. Your first stop would be Khetri, 50 kilometers from Guwahati to while you're traveling to Upper Assam. NetPeace Research and Development Center and watch artisans turn water hyacinth pani meteka in Assamese, which is considered an aquatic menace into they make it into superlative bags, yoga mats, a charming, or you visit the charming weekly market along National Highway 37. Weekly market is any of the day you travel. we will arrange for you starting early from Guwahati. If you're traveling on a Sunday, it will be Beltala Market in Guwahati. On Monday, it will be Nelly. Ketelia will be Tuesday. Tapatali on Wednesday, Sitajakali on Thursday, Friday K3, Saturday Sonapur. The vibe of these markets and their environs is amazing. The region being home to some of the country's most unique tribal communities like the Kabis, Boros, Tiwas, and more. Journey happily. So next time we have so much to show while you're traveling within any place from anywhere in Assam. Now we move to another interesting village called Singao of Assam and followed by Ranthali. This is in Nagaon district. Again, while you're driving from Guwahati to Kaziranga, after about 100 kilometers, turn right near Roha to Chaparmukh, one of the most prominent Assamese Sikh village in Assam. Yes, you again heard it right, Assamese Sikh village. Its residents who trace their ancestry to soldiers who came from Punjab under invitation about 200 years ago believe that their forefather defended Assam from Burmese invasions in the battle in 1820. According to oral tradition, while many laid their lives, soldiers who survived stayed back in Assam, married Assamese women, and assimilated into the local culture. Today, even as they continue to maintain their Sikh appearance and religious practice, they are an integral part of Assamese culture. Their mother tongue is Assamese to the total exclusion of Punjabi. The next destination will stop would be Ranthali. Uh, from Guwahati is 120 kilometers, but from the Singao it's around just 20 kilometers. Slightly detour you will have. Without detour it will be not possible. Yeah, it's the jewel in the crown of Assam's rich repertory of craft village. Famed for its beautiful Assamese jewelry is not just a run-of-the-mill manufacturing hub. Rather, it is a place that lives and nurtures a legacy of artisanal skills and interesting history. Ranthali's handmade Assamese jewelry, or we call it Ohomia Gahana, is at once unique and affordable, very affordable. With a silver base covered with thin gold foil, known locally as Pathum, the jewel have exotic names like the Half Moon, Junbiri, a pair of pigeons, Lokaparo. We have the Bihu drums, the Dholpidi, and so on. And another textile stops can be combined with Assamese jewelry. We saw, I've seen it in Choigaon, but it is again when we are traveling. In this Boro village, Oguri, you will see busy silkworms. It's charmingly busy as the community goes about their activities from pre-cocoon to textile. A great example of sustainable living. Oguri is where life did not slow down even during lockdown. Another district is the Umrangso district. Of course, I'm not covering all the 35 districts, but I'm covering few of them. Assam's Dimahaso district turns into a picturesque delight from October, while its hills and valleys are charming all year round. Especially visit worthy the season of Amur falcons, the world's longest traveling raptors. Umrangso, which is 250 kilometers from Guwahati, turns into a roosting hub for this months in October and November, flying in from near Amur River that lies along the border between Russia and China. Sheltered by the hills and waters of the dammed Kopili River, you can see that Kopili River on your left, the falcons forage on insects and build their body mass here. Many a time they can be seen perched on trees and others taking a flight on their wings. You see the photograph in the middle. A mere 150 grams in weight, Amu falcon travels to South Africa from Russia and China more than halfway across the world. This is the reason enough why the birding of these falcon flocks who paint the skies with their flights, who stops there for a month in Umrangsu, is worth experiencing. It is in mid-November that these birds fly out of Umrangsu onwards to South Africa, non-stop across the Arabian Sea for 3.5 days. Amazing. Now moving to Tejpur, the Sonitpur district. Tejpur stepped in the purely love story of Usha, daughter of Banasura, a mighty Shiva Bhakt, and Aniruddha, Lord Krishna's grandson, is a treasure trove for archaeology enthusiasts. 7 kilometers from the city of eternal romance lies Gordor, a site that dates back to the Salastamba period in the 7th century CE. Marked by two brick mounds, said to contain of two temples. Some believe it to the place where Usha and Aniruddha were tied together in their holy matrimony. In Tejpur itself are the Parvatya and Bamani hills, famed for their ruins. The site of the magnificent doorframe, which may be placed around 5th to 6th century CE, show a close affinity to the art of traditions of the Gupta school of sculpture with the image of river goddess Ganga and Yamuna, leaving one spellbound, as do the stone carvings on the Bamani hillside, believed to the 9th or 10th century CE. We move to another Karbi village. It is while traveling to, say, for example, Kaziranga. So next time, when you prepare an itinerary for your guests or for yourself, try to manage length of your stay for a trip to Karbi village near Kaziranga. A friendly one of the oldest tribes of Assam, the Karbis have been residing nearby the park for ages. In fact, Kaziranga is the name is from the Karbi word. Karbi word is Kaziranga. Karbi Anglong district in the center of Assam, the villages are repositories of unique culture with roots in animism. Karbi village, this is a village called Silimkha, beautiful village, 20 kilometers before reaching Kaziranga. On your right, you have to enter around 2 kilometers or 3 kilometers. You see the traditional Karbi backstraps, strings, a very simple tool. You see them weaving every day. It's a magnificent village. And of course, with the rise of cholesterol and cardiac related diseases, food fanatics across the globe are hitting oil free diet. However, this is no news for the Karbis or any tribes in Assam. Their food culture has all the windfalls of what health conscious people are running after today. An oil free, yet flavorsome, nutritious diet. Kirby's culinary art, which consists of meat, fish, vegetables, and herbs, cooked either as boiled, roasted, steamed, smoked, or fried, without oil, and which has been passed down since generations. Now moving to another place called Devparvat, it's around 40 kilometers from Kaziranga. Why we're saying you try to stay more nights in Kaziranga because it's not only the national park. We have the villages. We have these archaeological sites. This is an ancient temple around 10th to 11th century. The site is known for Shiva temple. Deoparbat temple site is one of the places for the sculptural activities. It's important to note that Deoparbat temple site they have found very infrequent images which are very rare in Indian art. Female beauty is applied as auspicious religious. The sculptures were able to give life into these stone sculptures. The panel of flying names. And of course, this is another stop. I love to be this place every time I pass by. The Mohora Ali Road, built by the first woman contractor Assam. First woman contractor Assam. Imagine in 1939, Srimati Mohini Rajkumari, who convinced the British government in 1939 to build a 5-kilometer road from Mohoramuk to National Highway 37 for just sum of 1800. Driving down this perfect stretch of straightness is a monumental expression of women empowerment in Assam. Next time, when you drive towards Jordan from Kaziranga, about 7 kilometers beyond Numaligarh, Tiniali, you can off-road to enter and straight stretch of road flanked on both sides by paddy fields. In fact, Srimati Mohini Rajkumari, the first woman contractor, is also best remembered as one of the lead actors of Jayamati, the first ever Assamese film by Berlin returned filmmaker Jyoti Prasad Agarwal in 1934. Mohini Rajkumari, she acted as the king's mother, Rajmao, and her aunt, Aido Hendig, was chosen the Jayamati's role. This year's tourism theme is rethinking tourism. Let's rethink tourism through some charming detours. Detours can be fascinating, and if you want to experience one, try the less traveled Dhudarali Khumtai route in Assam while traveling to Nagaland. People traveling to Kohima, they take the Numaligarh road, but this will go slightly ahead, detour, and you will see lush green countryside dotted with lush kitchen tea gardens. These are the small, small tea gardens, agarwood plantations, and Namghars, prayer house. Brief stop at the memorial dedicated to Captain Jintu Gogoi, who was martyred during Kargil. He is from Khumtai, and the very significant Kanikar Puti Namgar. This Namgar, preserved in this Namgar, is the Khanikar Putti, written with traditional ink on tree banks. The Putti dates back to 1768. The Kirtana by Mahapurusha Simanta Shankardeva, the great Vaishnava saint and reformer, and Namgosa by Sri Madhav Dev, preceptors of the Ekasamana Dharma, known for his loyalty to his guru, Sri Simanta Sankardev, and believed to have survived the excess of the Burmese invasion in 1819 to 1821. With the passage of time, the two manuscripts acquired great eminence for the faithful. Treasured in curved wooden boxes carved with gamosas, the Puthis today have a cult following. Not only do devotees throng the Namgar every day to seek divine blessings, some even take the copy of Puthis home to have their prayers answered. In such cases, they have to carry the box on their shoulder or on their head and walk barefoot all the way. Even their homes may be far, far away. Passers-by are also known to lower their head in respect while puthis are being carried. Kanika village in Kumtai is where you can feel the divine, a spiritual center where you are sure to experience great bliss. Male visitors to the Namgas can enter only if they are dhoti clad and women in traditional mekhela sadar, a custom that is strictly administered. Next time when visit, carry your dhoti and carry your mekhela sadar and see the beauty of this Kanikar village. This is a lot remains to be shared and told. This is a little bit of lesser known destinations. Important is that I would suggest please travel under the guidance of approved local tour operators. Otherwise, you will miss the finer experience. When you visit these places with the local tour operators, you will not miss out the finer experiences. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Arjit sir, can you focus something about the uh, food of that area? Some cuisines.
Yes, sir. The food we have showcase is mostly of herbs, but we many of us are non-vegetarians, but we do have vegetarian foods, and mostly, as we said, that we use all kinds of herbs over here. So it's a place where you will enjoy your food. When in Assam, try all the Assamese, all the tribal foods in Assam, and you will really love this area, these foods.
Yeah, you touched everything, sir. Yeah, actually, the even the the smallest place and the what are the opportunities like when you are traveling from the Guwahati to Kaziranga, and on the way also you can see a lot of things, but
Yes,
the
sir.
people are not well known about that. So the what they do, they drive just directly. No, there is a lot of things. That's why we come with the lesser known destination, that the people they can know about these small places which are very interesting. And you also informed to the viewers that when you are going to the Kaziranga, the many times we face the problem of the accommodation. It's hotels are sold out. So what is the option? So the you also the mm, delivered your the speech on these point, these smallest point as well. When you are going, these are the opportunities, these are the options. So these things are like Shonapur, you explain. Less people they know, but that is a beautiful destination. So our motto is always like this: that we come with these kind of the information which is not well known. What are the opportunities when you are going to that area? You can extend your nights there. So like
Yes, sir.
this, it is the wonderful presentation. If I the whatever I understand, it was a wonderful presentation, and it was so much information, and also the the beautiful photographs. Everything touched our heart. Thank you, sir. Thanks for this wonderful presentation.
Thank you, thank you. Just I'll say that this people can collect this Apurop Assam 2 volumes, which has been published by the government of Assam Tourism Department under the leadership of Madhumita ji. So there are many. There one has 75 destinations. We have few has 48 destinations. Plus many more will be coming up. So as I said, our local tour operators will be able to inform about these areas.
That wonderful, and also viewers, you have a wonderful chance that if you are going to that area, you may contact for the better, the opportunities to avail the better opportunity to Arjit sir. Arjit sir, can you just leave your telephone number? Just you, if you will, the radio telephone number, so that it will be nice. It will be always in the record. The contact number.
Yes, sir. It is there on the screen. It's 99540 55553 with the email ID info@coelitravels.in. The website is coelitravels.in.
That's wonderful, and everyone enjoyed this webinar. Thanks on behalf of Ministry of Tourism and on behalf of viewers. Thanks a lot, you Arjit sir. And the viewers, next Saturday again we will be come to the same platform. Please join us at 11 o'clock for a new destination. Thank you, Arjit sir. Thank
Thank you,
you
sir.
the team which is working behind the the curtain. Oh, they work very hard, and the technical team and supporting team, everybody work very hard to make this program very successful. So thanks everyone. Thanks viewer. See you again next Saturday 11 a.m.
Thank you, the entire team. Thank you very much. Thank you, Ministry of Tourism.